Win the incredible Steigercraft 21DB Miami, powered by a Yamaha 200, in the ultimate season-long multiple species subscriber-only fishing competition, the Fisherman's 2017 Dream Boat Fishing Challenge. Go to thefisherman.com and enter today. The fishing news is brought to you by Shoreline Insurance Agency and Okuma.
Hey folks, Fred Golofaro here for this week's video fishing forecast. I'm over here at Pelagic Outfitters on Montauk Highway in Lindenhurst, and Chris and his crew are going to be hosting a striped bass tournament this weekend. Going to kick off at 6 a.m. on Saturday morning and run through Sunday at 3 p.m. Weigh-in's going to be at Bergen Bay Docks. Also an award ceremony down at Bergen Bay Docks after the fishing on Sunday. Entry fee is $100 per boat. You can enter at the captain's meeting. That's going to be over here at Pelagic Outfitters at 6 p.m. There's going to be prizes, cash prizes for the top 3 bass. There's also going to be Calcuttas for the largest bass, bluefish, and also slot fish. You can fish throughout the weekend, but weigh-ins are at Bergen Bay Docks on Saturday afternoon and then again on Sunday afternoon. But it doesn't mean you have to stop fishing. You can fish right through where you fish. You can go back, fish that night, Saturday night into Sunday if you want. If you need more info on it, give Chris a call, 631-225-8862. Sounds like it should be a good tournament, and with some good prize money also. Hey, a lot of folks cashing in on the sea bass ever since they reopened the federal waters. A lot of big sea bass being caught. I'm hearing of lots of fish, 4 pounds, 5 pounds, some even 6-pounders being caught now in the deeper water. A lot of the better fishing now is out in 110, 120 foot of water. And there's still porgies mixed with them also. Striped bass fishing is improving along the South Shore. Montauk's still hot. And albies seem to be all around the island. West End, South Shore, North Fork, up in the Sound as far as Oyster Bay, I heard this week. So that's a good option for the weekend. And blackfishing's been really good. Big numbers, a lot of shorts, it seems, no matter where you go. But a lot of action and enough keepers to fill your 4-fish limit. Weather forecast for the weekend. Saturday looks like it's going to be the best day of the week. We're looking at south winds at 5 knots, 3-foot seas. Those seas are going to be dropping down tomorrow on Friday. They were built up all week, up to 10 feet during the week with all that wind from the storm. Sunday looking a little iffy, 15 to 20 out of the southeast with 4 to 6-foot seas, building 5 to 8. Not good for offshore, but Saturday should be a good day for offshore. You want to go looking for tuna and spin a lot of swordfish, or you want to get to those offshore wrecks. Saturday would be the day to do that. Let's take a look at the east end. Again, federal waters open. Sea bass fishing really came on strong again with a lot of big fish, and that's for the Montauk and North Fork boats. Black fishing, very good. Still lots of shorts. Plum Island has been good. Fisher's Island's been good. And limits of fish to 7-8 pounds off the east end, with a few bigger fish, occasional 9 or 10 we're hearing about. Albies just all over Montauk and the North Fork, plenty of them. In fact, catches of 10 to 20 albies, even for one person, not unusual. Just been probably one of the best years for albies that I've seen. Striped bass, Montauk still very solid with bass from schoolies up to 40 pounds. They're jigging them, trolling them, live bait, live eels at night. Fishing was really good on the moon, the new moon this past week. They catch them at Great Eastern, the porgy hump, the elbow, pollock rip, and then up in the gut and the sluice way. And also off Horton's Point, some nice fish being caught there. Down in the South Shore, again, sea bass along with porgies, some cod now in the deeper wrecks and structure. Blackfishing, good in the bays and outside. Again, good numbers, but a lot of shorts, but providing plenty of action. A lot of the shorts are 14, 15 inches, just under the 16-inch size limit, so it's still fun to catch. Bass fishing continues to improve. There was a really good bite east of Fire Island Inlet late in the week. Not much happened during the week because of the storm, But going into the weekend, one boat had 30 bass to the east of Fire Island, fish up into the 40-pound class. So there are fish around. Smaller fish inside the bays at the bridges and on the inlet bars, like the West Bar and Jones and Fire Island inlets, and they're being taken mostly on clam chum. Further west, again, excellent algae action before the storm. Ambrose Channel, Breezy Point, Rockaway Inlet, lots of blackfish on the Rockaway Reef. Again, a lot of shorts, but enough keepers. Bernie's in Sheepshead Bay did weigh an 11.5 pounder on the weekend. Striped bass fishing also improving down at that end of the island. Fish to 40 pounds being trolled on mojos and bunker spoons, also some deep diving plugs. That's an Ambrose Channel, and live eels taking some fish near the VZ Bridge at night. Up on the North Shore, blackfishing continues to improve. Better keeper ratio. Some of the bigger fish seem to be coming from the Connecticut side of the sound. One end of the sound to the other, porgies galore. There just seems to be no let up on them. Well, I would expect they're going to be winding down soon. It's getting late. We're almost into November here. Bluefish in some of the central North Shore harbors like Huntington, Northport, Oyster Bay. There were a lot of big blues in there, 12 to 15, 16 pounders. This past week, it's a lot of smaller fish, like 3 to 6, 7 pounds. Still some big fish mixed in, but mostly the small ones. The bigger fish seem to be outside, like a DOB buoy, buoy 13, buoy 15, or Eden's Neck. And lots of short stripers, small fish, anywhere from 12, 14 inches up to 24 inches in the back of most of the North Shore harbors. Offshore, again, we had a rough ocean all week, but prior to the storm, we're hearing of a lot of bluefin being caught on the flats out east, fishing behind the scallop boats, and also a good number of swordfish being reported from the deep. So Saturday might be the day to take the shot offshore. Surf, we'll have to wait and see what effect this week's storm had on the fishing, but every week there seem to be more encouraging signs of a fall run building. This past weekend was actually too calm, too mild, but there was some decent fishing at night in places. Up on the North Fork, still one of the most consistent areas for surf action, with blues into the teens, lots of albies, and a good mix of bass in some of the areas. Herd of bass to 35 pounds from Horton's Point this past weekend. Out in Montauk, better action again. That action seems to be building. There were fish on the north side and the south side rocks, along the sand beach this past week. Mostly small fish, but some fish into the mid-20s mixed in. Nick Pauly, the son of Pauly from Pauly's Bait and Tackle, he had several fish up to 25 pounds on the sand beach Saturday night, working his way back. There are fish moving down the beach, the sand beaches, but from East Hampton to Montauk, there are gill nets. It seemed to be everywhere. It's discouraged a lot of guys from daytime fishing, but they are taking some fish at night. Further down the South Shore, Smith Point, there's been some action along there. Martin from Smith Point Bait and Tackle, he had a dozen bass to 35 inches. I believe it was Friday night or Saturday night. He was fishing SP minnows and mag daughters. The breach at the other end, at the fins end, has had some fish, a few keepers coming out of there, and the front and back side of Demo has had some decent fish also. Further west, schoolies with a few keepers from the jetties and rock piles from Jones to Debs. Breezy had lots of albie action this past week. A lot of small bass along the Verrazano shoreline. And up in the North Shore, again, most harbors have those small fish, 16 to 24 inches, and some bluefish in some of the harbors, as I mentioned earlier. That Rocky Point to Wading River stretch of the North Shore, some bass into the teens on pencil poppers there if you hit it right at daybreak. And don't forget, this weekend is the Town of Babylon-sponsored surf fishing tournament. It's co-sponsored by Libba and Palmanock Surfcasters. It runs from 5 p.m. Friday to noon Sunday. You can sign up in the Cedar Beach Overlook parking lot. That's on the south side of Ocean Parkway. and entry fee is $15. You can sign up from 5 p.m. Friday until 9 a.m. Saturday. This is a bass and bluefish contest, and the great thing about it is you have 4x4 access to the town of Babylon for town of Babylon beaches, whether you're a resident or a non-resident once you signed up for the tournament. So be sure to check that out. Hey,
win the incredible Steigercraft 21DB Miami, powered by a Yamaha 200, in the ultimate season-long multiple species subscriber-only fishing competition, the Fisherman's 2017 Dream Boat Fishing Challenge. Go to thefisherman.com and enter today.